When complex legal matters arise, you need more than advice. You need strategy, speed, and certainty. Pryor, Zarnis & Wallace Law Firm can help by offering expert services across commercial law, dispute resolution, property, and estate planning, and more. So whether you're growing a business, protecting your assets, or navigating a legal challenge, Pryor, Zarnis & Wallace's team delivers practical, results-driven solutions. For trusted legal support, visit ptwlaw.com.au today. There's no Ouzo Talk without a bottle of Ouzo, which is why we love the Greek Providor. Get a real taste of the very best produce that Greece has to offer. From olive oils and delicious artisan sweets to unique spirits, earthy herbs and memorable wines. Visit thegreekprovidor.com.au to see their delicious range. The Greek Providor, proud sponsors of the Ouzo Talk podcast.
Sound is.
Nicholas. It is that time of year. Everyone is getting ready to fly away. In the words of Angelo Tsarouka, the Canadian geese are getting ready for the migration. Are you getting ready?
Mate, we are pumped, mate. We are so excited. We can't wait. It's what, fucking 10 degrees here in Sydney. It's just, winter's just started. However, I think we're about less than 60 days to go and we are going to hit the motherland. Therapy is going to be in full swing.
How many days for you?
I think it's less than 60, probably 58 now.
Right, okay. Well, it's much less for me now, so I'm getting ready. Like, I'm in the final throes now, getting all my stuff ready, trying to pick out T-shirts, trying to pick out the best way to pack the bag, the best way to travel while in transit and whatnot. But, it's a little bit harder with two young kids as well, obviously, but mate, we're getting ready. We're nearly there, right?
Yeah, mate, how exciting is it, eh? We're going to Greece. Through the whole year we've heard dramas, the Iran war, like especially in Australia. Where we live in Australia, it's the challenge is trying to get there because most of us go via Dubai, Abu Dhabi, or wherever Qatar lands. Doha. And and all we hear is, oh no, there's war in the Middle East and they're going to delay us. The rest of Europe, I'm sure they're fine. North America, I'm sure they've got no issues. Europeans.
I don't think they have any issues. And I think the main reason why is because they don't need to travel through there. Obviously, for the US and Canada, they can go direct. I mean, from New York, it's like a 10-hour flight to Athens. It's easy as to get there.
Correct.
The big thing for us has been twofold. First, it's going through the Middle East because that, over the last, 20, 25 years, that's become the main hub for travel to Europe. Before that, it was through Asia, as you probably well remember, and many people would well remember that. And now it's we're in a bit of a mixed bag right now because on one side, you've got the camp where either they had their tickets already booked before the war in Iran kicked off, and then you've got the other half who are trying to avoid it and taking on the advice from the Australian government, which is basically not to travel through the UAE or the Middle East because effectively it will void your insurance, right? So no matter which camp you sort of land on, you're going to Greece in a different way this year, or you're going to be affected, whether it be because of fuel prices or whatever it is. What have you ended up doing, Nick?
Well, we got our tickets in January before the war started. So I believe the war started, I think it was 1st of Feb. Something like that. So we got it way before. We started to book accommodation, wanted to get ahead of the curve. And lo and behold, we are on Emirates going via Dubai. And everyone in our community is saying, don't go there, it's dangerous and this and that. Look, airlines know what they're doing. We see a lot of the Emirates crew here at the Brighton Hotel. And they're coming in, they're going. I spoke to a guy on the phone from Emirates. He goes, we haven't stopped flying to Emirates. So regardless of what you see on the news and what's going on, we're going. So I've stopped watching the news. And in my head, we are going. And I cannot wait. So most of us are going via the Middle East. There's others now here, they're going via China. So apparently China's a good way to get through, or Turkish Airlines is a direct route. But you got to stop in Istanbul, Constantinople, whatever you call it. However, for us, one stop, Dubai, I think it's like 2 hours transition, and we're going to be in Athens, mate, 31 July. Cannot wait.
Are you concerned about your insurance being voided. I mean, they talk about, we spoke to Alison Duncan about insurance and whatnot. Does it concern you?
Not really, no. Why? Because if the airline doesn't allow us to travel through, they'll give us a refund. They need insurance for that. Accommodation we've got in Athens, look, they're going to accommodate us and they're going to put us to the following year if we need to. So, no, not really. Doesn't bother me.
Very good. Okay. Well, we're going to talk about all this stuff and a whole lot more in this episode. So, what do you reckon, Nick? Let's do the honours, eh?
Yes, my friend, and let's have a drink.
Stiniamas.
Cheers, Megale.
Welcome back.
Hey.
That's good.
Hey, very
What do
good.
we got?
Excellent. Well, we're sticking with the Argiro-inspired Tsipro, Rocks and Grapes.
Rocks and grapes. And now that you mentioned that, it just reminded me, just a few days ago, Crystal from the Greek Providore shared a video of Konstantinos Argyros giving her a shout out on his social media, talking about being part of the Rocks and Grapes family. It was amazing.
Yeah, about the Greek Providore family.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely. Well, mate, good old Argyro, mate. She's done well, hasn't she?
Absolutely.
Hey,
Crystal.
Greek Providore, mate, what a legend. Getting Argyro to mention her name. How good's that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, she is the only person who's bringing it in. She has exclusive rights. So if you want it, you can only get it there, right? GreekProvidore.com.au. Make sure you're jumping on board, and not just for the drinks. We've said it many times before. There's all sorts of stuff there, isn't there? There's spices, there's rigani, there's sweets, there's all sorts of stuff. Just jump on the website. It's amazing, especially if you want to do something like, get a hamper for people, like as a
I think that's
gift.
what they're good for. Yeah, gift packs and stuff.
The gift packs, make your own basically. But then also your really premium quality olive oils. It is just fantastic stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. No, she's done really well. Well done. And thank you for bringing these quality condiments and tasty beverages out.
Condiments, tasty beverages, all that stuff.
Exactly. And she actually said we were the first ones to try Argyro's Rocks and Grapes.
We were. Very honoured. Very, very honoured.
Yeah, thank you, Crystal.
And genuinely, it's good stuff. So if you haven't tried it or you're interested in trying it, GreekProvidore.com.au.
Definitely.
And
a massive shout out to Pryor, Tsanis and Wallace, PTW law firm down at Botany Road, Rosebery. Thank you again for coming on board for a good chunk of our episodes. They've been around since 1954, Tom. 70 years.
Wow.
How about that, eh, for
amazing.
a law firm?
Unbelievable. Mate, always good to have that in the back pocket, for times of need. Thank you very much, guys, for being on board and helping to make Ouzo Talk possible.
Brilliant. Good on you guys. Thank you.
All right, so let's get back to the trip because, mate, I mean, like I said, I've started packing slowly, like I said, picking T-shirts out and, what swimmers we're going to wear. But, I've got to start off by saying I am trying very hard this year to make sure that I go with as little as possible, right? The plan for me from now on is to, I'm going to make it a game, effectively. I want to see how quickly I can actually start flying over there just with a carry-on bag.
Wow.
That is the goal from now on.
Well, it always happens. Every time you go back and you come back, you always have a change of plans. To look, what am I going to do better next time? And for me this time, look, I did take maybe 2 pairs of jeans, a couple of jumpers, a jacket, and I didn't wear them. So I'm purely going to go there with 100% shorts and T-shirts.
Shorts, T-shirts, 1 pair of thongs. That's it.
That's it, yeah. I'm probably going to wear jeans and a jumper on the plane because it's cold here, and I'll probably bring that back.
Yeah, right.
But that's it. I'm going to go minimalistic. And like you said, the fashion is so good in Greece. If you need T-shirts, fucking buy them there.
That's right.
The shorts, the outfits they got there. In fact, I'm probably going to bring less and buy stuff there. I think that's going to be the plan.
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, part of me really feels like I want to run the risk so badly of just going over there with an empty suitcase and, basically just taking enough, in case you shoot yourself or something. I don't know. Like, you never know what's happening when you travel. You might have a little bit of water and, it doesn't hit you the right way. always good to pack an extra pair of undies, just in your carry-on bag. But yeah, I would love to see if I could just get away with one change of clothes and, just go shopping when I'm there and just leave the clothes there for next time.
Look, definitely. And look, they've got everything there. Even if you forget something like toothpaste, they got it all there.
Yep, that's right.
So I think that's the plan. So yeah, carry on. That would be a big task. I'm going for a whole month and you've got kids. So how are you going to manage your carry on with kids? I don't think you can.
This is this is hard, can I tell you? Because obviously the kids need a little more entertaining. They need a little more stuff with them. So they definitely need to have their own bag, right?
Yeah.
Their own carry-on of some description. So I've actually come up with a bit of a system when it comes to their bags, right? So the two bags are the same.
Yeah.
So basically what I do is I put them back to back, lift up the handle on it, but I've got these, like a strap basically. So I strap them together, right, and I move them sideways basically, just using the two handles. And it's treated as though it's one bag. So it's like got the handle in the middle. So it's got 8 wheels. It's an 8-wheeler bag.
Wow.
Push it along. It actually works through the aisles as well in the airplane. And then when you're out in the terminal, no dramas. The only problem is when you actually go to the next check-in or security, you've got to undo the whole bloody thing. If there's a laptop or an iPad or something in there, you've got to open the bloody thing up. That's still a drama, but it's a pretty easy system, really.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When complex legal matters arise, you need more than advice. You need strategy, speed, and certainty. Pryor, Zarnes & Wallace Law Firm can help by offering expert services across commercial law, dispute resolution, property, and estate planning, and more. So whether you're growing a business, protecting your assets, or navigating a legal challenge, Pryor, Zarnes & Wallace's team delivers practical, results-driven solutions. For trusted legal support, visit ptwlaw.com.au today. There's no Ouzo Talk without a bottle of Ouzo, which is why we love the Greek Providor. Get a real taste of the very best produce that Greece has to offer. From olive oils and delicious artisan sweets to unique spirits, earthy herbs and memorable wines. Visit thegreekprovidor.com.au to see their delicious range. The Greek Providor, proud sponsors of the Ouzo Talk podcast.
It is. Look, the only issue with carry-on as well, as you well know, the liquids, aerosols and gels, they have to be, I believe it's 100 mils or less. So 100 mils or less, you can take it on the plane.
Yes.
And they're normally 200. Perfumes are 200. So I don't know. That's the only issue. So if you've got expensive perfumes and it's 100 mils or more, you're going to get it confiscated.
Yep.
So you might have to check something in.
So check that stuff in, or alternatively, just don't take it.
Yeah.
And buy shit when you're there.
So what are you going to do with your hair, mate, with no gel?
I'll just shave my head. It's cheaper to buy razor blades, didn't I, support?
Yeah, no, you're right. Look, it's going to be exciting. Oh, I can't wait. We're pumped. You definitely can in the days, but my holiday has changed. It's got done 180 degrees. As you remember last year, I did a tour of the Peloponnese.
Yes.
On my own. It was the fucking best.
Yep.
I hired a car, had a navman, I had money, I had nothing to stop me traveling, going wherever I wanted to go. I had no parents or no kids, and it was just me. And
it's a dream.
It was fantastic. Going into little villages, going to different towns. I only booked 3 nights accommodation in Athens, and that was it. Everything else was on the fly as I was there.
Wow.
Like today, I want to go there. Bang. Today, I want to go to Sparti. Bang. I want to go there. Bang, bang. That's what it's like. I was going to plan that trip this year, but I wanted to do Crete.
Yep.
As you know, we did a really good episode on Crete. And
Definitely.
Crete was on the top of my mind. I thought, I've got to go. And I've probably said it in how many bloody episodes. I'm going to go to Crete. Well, I'm going this year.
Fantastic.
However, plan was to go in June because June is warm, economical, not many tourists. However, I've told too many people that I'm going, and they sent all my photos on Instagram and said, we're coming with you. So now...
This trip has turned into like Euro... Well, not even Euro... It's turning into... What's it called? It's going to turn into The Hangover, isn't it?
I think so. We're going to lose someone. So from one, we're now 7. So 7 of us
Holy
are going.
shit.
And we're going in August, the worst time to go, in my view, because it's so hot,
Definitely.
so expensive, so overcrowded. But we're doing it. So August, so from June to August, 1 to 7.
Yep.
And I've become the unofficial tour guide now. So I'm booking everything, organising the lads. But you know what? I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's a different type of holiday, but I cannot wait.
This could be a new career for you, mate. There could be a future for you in, tour manager, someone, just showing people around Greece. Would you consider something like that?
Well, it could be. Well, that's how it all started. I said, fuck, look at your photos. And, had all these stories, as you know, he's sitting over a coffee.
Yep.
Thought, I'm coming with you. I go, how do you know about that? I'm coming with you. So that's what's happened. So 7 of us are going, 31 July. And if anyone is out there, if you do see...
If you want to join.
If you want to join in, you might as well. Hey?
Everyone else has.
Yeah. And I also swore I'd never go back to Mykonos because...
See, this is a mistake.
Do Greeks really go there? We don't really go. Only tourists go there.
They go there to work.
Well, you go there once. If you've never been, you go there once and then you don't go. You go to the hoodie or maybe it's our age group. We don't really go there.
This is a mistake.
However, we are going to Mykonos. But I'm pretty sure I did say somewhere in there I was going to go. I think the Nick Giannopoulos episode.
Yep.
I said I was going to go, so I have to fulfill that.
Bring your cash with you, mate. Make sure you pay your $40,000 for a Xaploster.
Yeah. I'm going to bring my
we're
pizzetta
joking.
and my towel and sit on the beach. Mate.
That's right. They'll probably charge for that too.
Yeah, probably.
Now, look, to be fair, Mykonos is beautiful. It suffers from, obviously, the same thing that most, powerful and popular destinations do in Europe. It's just overcrowded now, and it has become, for better or for worse, the playground for the rich and famous, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Look, it's supply and demand. Everyone wants to go. Of course, the price is going to go up. It's a no-brainer. So, but we are going to go. A couple of boys I'm going with have never been, so we are going to go. They're going to experience the full Mykonos, and then from there we're going to head off to Paros.
Is Giannopoulos going to be there during this time, you reckon?
Well, it's probably prime time for him. It'll be in August.
Should send him a message.
I probably will. Mate, we're probably going to see half of Sydney there. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Like in Paros, there's going to be 12 of us already that we know. So 12 is going to be. We're going to be there for Vega d'Agosto.
This can only end badly. Seriously, all I keep thinking is it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Who are you going to lose? Name and shame.
Look, I don't know.
No one knows. No one knows who these people are. But
I know they all listen, so probably can't. You'll work it out. If you're close enough to me, then you'll see the photos I'll post. So now it's going to be good. There's 4 Greeks. There's a Portuguese who is more Greek than the Greeks. He's actually learning Zembekiko dancing.
Really?
Yeah, he's right into it.
Fantastic.
And we've got 2 Lebanese boys, which are fucking champion guys. They're better than the Greeks. They're more Greek than us. They are really good, humble, respectful boys. And yeah, all 7 of us is going to be fucking bedlam. Can't wait.
Mate, I'm going to be monitoring the news very closely. You're going to end up on Greek News Global.
You reckon? Yeah,
I reckon you might. One of the boys might.
Yeah, we could be. Look, so we're going to start off in Monastiraki. So beautiful place. I think I've been there enough times now. City, Monastiraki, I think is where I prefer to stay. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be, yeah. What about you? What do you prefer to stay in Athens?
In Athens, just off Edamore, obviously, so quite close, down that main...
Yeah.
That main drag there. There's a hotel that we stay at pretty semi-regularly. It's right in the middle of everything. Basically, you just walk downstairs, go and grab your tiropita and your Freddo, and you're off into the races.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, look, that's it. We're going to do that. We've got airline tickets, Aegean Airlines, straight to Chania.
Okay.
Chania, 5 nights. So the good thing is, because there's a lot of us, we're booking accommodation, and we've got accommodation there. It's a fucking castle in the old town in Chania.
An actual castle?
Well, they call it a mansion. It was built in the 1930s.
Wow.
So it's an amazing place. So that's one of the benefits. Everyone says, is it beneficial when you've got so many people? And I said, look, accommodation-wise, it is. Because these monstrosity of complexes never really get rented out because people go there in pairs and maybe 3 or 4 families. But in... Paros, we've got a 1760s mansion.
Wow.
We've got the whole complex to ourselves.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I can live like royalty, but location is amazing. And in Mykonos, we've got this beautiful place as well, another house.
Yep.
And we're like 500 metres from the old little Venice. So it's an iconic place in Mykonos. So we are going to be very close to that place. So
Fantastic.
all accommodation is amazing. We're slowly building our itinerary. So they're relying on me to pick all the touristy destinations and what we're going to do, but I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun.
Fantastic, mate. Looking forward to seeing what happens over there.
Yeah, I got a bit of kickback because we're going to do the Samaraya Gorge. I don't know if you've heard about that in Crete.
No.
In Chania. Oh, it's fucking amazing. So it's going to be, they quote it as between 4 and 7 hour hike.
Oh, is this? Okay. You have told me about this, and as soon as you told me about it, I was like, that's something for another time.
Yeah. Well, the deal is you get up early in the morning. I think it's around 6 in the morning. They pick you up, take up to the top of the gorge, and it's a several hour walk. And it's the one of the longest gorges in Europe.
Right.
About 16 kilometers long. So you know what a gorge is, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it's the gap between two mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the longest ones. There's as you walk, you see like amazing things. There's a thing called the Iron Gates as well, which are 300-meter high cliffs, and they're only about a few meters apart, walking through that. There's an abandoned village, and there's actually the kri-kri. Have you heard of that? The wild goat. So it's a rare Cretan wild goat. So
Yeah, right.
apparently they're around that area. So
Native to that area, are they?
yeah, I think, again, it was on the Wog Boy.
Yep. Oh, it was one of those, was it?
Yeah, one of them.
Okay.
But they're native to Crete.
There you go.
Yeah. So hopefully we spot a kri-kri. Is that the name of an ice cream
I think it is,
or
actually.
yogurt
Yeah, something like that.
in Greece?
It probably is, and it's probably made from goat product.
Yeah, probably.
There you go.
And you finish off by going to a seaside village called Aya Rumeli and have a swim. So that's the reward.
Fantastic.
So it's going to be an amazing trip. I can't wait.
I can't wait to see the photos. Beautiful. And where do you go from there, mate? You're obviously going to go to Crete. You've mentioned a few other places there. Where else are you
Yeah,
going?
so we're only going to do Crete. So Crete, as you know, is amazing and it's so big. But we're going to do Chania properly for 5 nights, and I'm going to have to go back and do all the other areas, Rethymno and Agios Nikolaos. But from there, we're going to catch a ferry straight to Mykonos. So Mykonos for 3 nights, and then we're going to get to Paros. So Paros will be there for the Greek National Day, 15 Augustus.
Oh, wow.
So apparently it's
not Greek National Day. It's a
Panagia Day.
Yeah,
sorry.
Panagia, yeah.
You're right. Sorry, mate. It sounds like a national day, but it's
it is.
It's
To be
when
fair,
Greece stops.
Yeah.
the whole of the country stops, I guess.
it does, and that's actually one of the things that was a bit of I won't say the downfall of the Olympics in 2004, but it was smack bang in the middle of that as well. And on that day, like all of the events were empty exactly for that reason.
Oh, right.
To your point, it is like a national holiday.
Yeah. Well, so we're going to be there. Apparently, got a huge festival there it's called Parikia. So Nausa is the place to go, which where we're staying. But Parikia is apparently one of the biggest festivals in the Kyklades. So
Okay.
it's a big good cultural experience as well.
Fantastic, mate. You'll be sampling some fantastic goat and lamb, I'm sure, on the spit. It's
can't
going to be
wait.
pretty special.
Yeah, can't wait. The only disappointing thing is we're only going for a month. So,
Only a month.
yeah. So what about you, mate? That's a bit of a wrap up. The itinerary is building slowly, but that's what I got thus far.
Very interesting. Well, for us, ours was sort of booked kind of last minute because I know you've been booked for quite a while now. For us, obviously, it's a little bit different because we've got 2 young kids and whatnot. Didn't necessarily want to risk traveling without insurance and whatnot, so we've gone a completely different way this time. So for the first time since, I don't even know when, I think the last time that we traveled with Qantas to Europe was in like 98.
Oh, wow.
So we are going Qantas from Sydney to Singapore, and from there onward we're going Lufthansa.
Okay.
So Munich and then straight to Corfu, which is fantastic for us. It's a good. I think it'll be an interesting way, or a slightly better way to get there with the kids because the legs are a little bit shorter. So and there's less layovers. So hopefully that works out. And then from there, mate, you know how it is for us. Set up home base in Corfu, and then we'll see what happens from there. We did have designs on going to Crete as well this year, so maybe that'll happen. I'm sure we'll end up on the mainland for a few days as well, somewhere along the line. But mate, it's for us, it's always about seeing family and eating great food and doing all that sort of thing. But I'm just waiting for that one thing. I've spoken about it before. Can't wait to just get there and jump in the water at Paliokastrica.
Yeah, wow.
It's like being reborn again.
Yeah.
It's a baptism.
Mate, it's cold.
It is cold.
But it's a nice cold. It's a refreshing cold.
It's bloody cold.
Yeah.
For those who haven't been, I'm sure most people who have been to Kerkira know or have heard of Paliokastrica and how cold the water is. It's true. It is bloody cold there, even in the middle of summer. But let me tell you, it is so refreshing once you get out of there. Like, okay, you jump in, the water is so clear, it's so clean, you can see right to the bottom. It is fantastic to just walk out of there. You feel absolutely brilliant.
Is it colder than a cold shower?
Definitely. Definitely colder than a cold shower. But mate, I reckon this time around we're going to do a lot of boating to some of the other beaches that we can't get to by foot or by car or anything like that. There's so many good beaches around there.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Some of them are called Stellari, Paradise Beach, all that sort of that whole peninsula there. Fantastic for secluded beaches. Did we go to one together? I can't remember whether we went to one of the beaches together.
One of your cousins, we went down to see him at the port and he chartered us to one of the beaches. I think you can only get there by boat. Yeah. From what I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, beautiful. That whole coastline is fucking amazing. It's probably my favourite part of Greece, I'd say. That the Ionian Islands, Paxos, Antipaxos, Corfu, all the way down, Lefkada. I just love that bit. However, it's been a while since I've been at Kyklades, so I will pause on that judgment until I get back.
It's a different thing there. And funnily enough, there was a social media post probably about, I'm going to say 2-3 weeks ago now. I can't remember where this bloke was from, but basically there were these tourists. They did this Instagram post. I'm pretty sure it was from the US. But anyway, they were in Athens somewhere, just in one of the neighborhoods. And they're like, this is bullshit. We were sold that Greece was the white houses with the blue doors and all this kind of thing. Where the fuck is that? This is crap, basically. And that's the thing. That's only, number one, that's only on that side for a start, so the Kyklades and all that sort of thing. But everywhere's got its own look, right? So where we're talking about in Kerkira, Lefkada, Zakynthos, Paxos, all that sort of thing, there's a very strong Venetian and French influence. And over the other side, well, on the mainland, you see a little more of that sort of Ottoman look and feel, and a lot of the neoclassical stuff mixed in together with that.
Sure.
And then you've got the Cycladic style in the Kyklades. So, I mean, you get a little bit of everything in Greece.
Yeah, look, it is very diverse. Look, you can't say it's consistent geographically and architecturally. It is very different. And they're all beautiful. There's no shit place. Like we always say that, And the good thing is they are different and you can appreciate difference. So
definitely. Where
you guys are from, it's beautiful. Even the people are different. The language is different. The food's a bit different as well. So, look, we're lucky we got the best of both worlds. We can experience, the Kyklades and all these other different islands and come back with a different experience, which most of us do anyway.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. So what in this trip do you feel is going to be different? What's the most unique part of it for you, do you feel? Is it going to be the fact that there's going to be, 7 buffheads with you?
Look, I'm still going to do what I normally do. I probably will escape. When I'm in Crete, I want to go to a traditional Cretan village.
Yeah.
Where, the men, where you go into a village and you see bullet holes on the street signs and you have the real authentic tsikoudea.
Yep.
And I've been warned. They've given me a few names of villages to go to where it's very traditional. I love tradition. I want to go to those traditional villages. And they've pre-warned me and said, don't look at the women when you go there.
Yeah.
Okay, just talk to the men, respectful. Just don't look at the women because they're very protective
sure
of these
they would
particular villages. But look, I want to definitely do that. I'm still a big cultures is still a big thing for me, so I want to definitely experience that. The food, get to meet some of the locals. One of my favourite things I love doing is sitting at a coffee shop and just meeting a local.
Yep.
And just having a chat. And the older they are, the better. The better the stories, the more life experiences. And for me, that's gold. I love all that stuff.
My favorite image of you from Greece, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, was meeting you at the coffee shop in Lakones a few years ago. You'd created your own routine by this point. You'd only been there a few days.
Yeah.
And every morning at exactly the same time, you were down there having your coffee, overlooking the water, with your newspaper. And I remember going up to you that morning and you were just like, why don't we do this all the time? Why do we need to leave?
And look, you're probably not doing it justice. That view from that coffee shop was amazing. And people just take it for granted. I don't know. I have these moments when I travel. I think I've told you this before. When I was in Tripoli, because we did the episode on the Greek independence.
Yep.
And we talked about the Battle of Tripolitsa. I actually sat in that square and I was having my spanakopita with my Freddo Espresso, and I had a moment. I was watching these young 15-year-old kids courting, and these 8, 9-year-old kids riding their bikes, happy, laughing, the freedom in their expressions was all there. And I thought, little did those kids know that what bloodshed spilt on here. Kolokotroni on horseback and all the other lads came through to liberate Tripolitsa, and all the stories that we heard about the battle as well, how vicious it was. But just to sit back there and then watch this and just, I don't know, maybe I put myself in, I go back in time and I try and visualize what it was like. But I have a lot of those moments, and I reckon I'm going to have a few of those when I'm in Crete. That's
a great thing to do, and I've always tried to encourage my wife to do that, and my oldest son. Go straight over my wife's head when it comes to that sort of stuff, the historical stuff. But like for you and I, we love history. We've grown up studying history. We love the way that the stories that we've heard. We love cross-examining it and analyzing it. I've got a similar sort of story when it comes to being at the Parthenon years ago, when we went to Athens and I was still running every morning, jogging. I ran as far up the hill there as I could, as far as you can go, we're sort of fenced off, the Parthenon. And I would just sit there and think, wow, can you imagine, all the stories that you've heard about this rock, all of this happened right here where I'm sitting right now, just finishing a jog, and then, running back to your hotel or whatever the case is. You can't help but be influenced by that history. It is unbelievable to think what's come before you in that, that patch of dirt, that time and space. Yeah. It's crazy.
It is. It's hard to articulate any words, but I had something similar. I went up Philippopoulou Hill. Have you been up there?
Of course.
Had amazing view of the Parthenon, and I just sat there and I just watched this. I stared at the Parthenon and I thought, wow, this thing has been sitting there for over 2,300 years, protecting the city. It looked like it was a protector.
Yep.
It was above the city, and you see all the houses around underneath. This monument, has been protecting this city for 2,300 years plus. And you can see the Parthenon's been beaten up. It's, bits of it's crumbling, bits of it's chipped away, but it's still standing there. And it's just a reflection of Athens. It's been beaten up, it's been occupied, it's been bombed, Ottomans were there and the Nazis went through there, but she's still standing.
Absolutely.
After all these years, she's still standing. She's been beaten up, but she still looks strong, staunch, and protecting the city. I don't know. I had another moment. That was my other moment I had when I was there.
That's the stuff that gets me riled up. I know you and I think the same way about this sort of stuff. I can't help but be drawn into that and sitting there thinking about it. It happens to me though as well for things that are much closer in time. Like I think about traveling to Greece in the late 80s and early 90s. It was a different place back then. I can't remember when you first went, but Greece in the late 80s was completely different. And and in many ways was even more awesome. In a lot of ways. I mean, that place was free, in terms of like, and look, not always in the best possible way, but, and in many ways, these things are still happening. But I remember riding in the back of this Fortiwo I must have been like 3-4 years old, no seatbelts, no nothing. We're just in the back tray going to the beach. Right, this was Greece in the, like 1988, 89.
Yeah, wow.
You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it was the best. Look, I went there in lots of time, but 1995 I was there, and I went to Barga. Have you been to Barga?
I haven't, no.
Barga is amazing. So it's like there's a little island in Barga. You could nearly walk there on low tide, but you might have to swim a bit. And there's like a church on top of the island. It's very iconic. If you type in Barga in Ipido, it's probably one of the iconic places.
Let's have a look.
So when I was there in 95, there was no Xaplosteres site. And at one stage, you could see goats go down and, meddle in the water as well.
Yep.
And it was an amazing place. You can swim
that's
out.
Beautiful. Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, amazing place. So there was no Xaplosteres. There was only Greek Germans or Belgian Greeks coming through. They were the only tourists there. And it still felt very authentic, very villagey like. Everyone knew everyone. But then I went there last year and it was like I didn't recognize it.
Yep.
Xaplosteres everywhere, overpriced, fine done. Look, it's still beautiful. It's still great. Just very commercial now.
Yep.
And the people are a bit different too now. Because when there's so many businesses there, their mindset changes. So it becomes very touristy.
Well, that sort of started happening, they reckon, in the sort of late 60s, early 70s. Like, this is the dawn of the tourism age, really, in Greece, when people sort of started thinking to themselves, holy shit, this is something that we can actually make our living from. After all of these years of, war, civil war, political unrest and all that sort of thing, all of a sudden these guys were looking at what they had around them and thinking, you know what, we do actually live in the most amazing country. How do we take advantage of this? And, the tourism sector is obviously what came out of that. And that spawned restaurants, hotels, boating businesses, all sorts of stuff. But the key thing in all of this, and you'll probably agree, is that the euro changed that a lot. Because I remember going to Greece prior to the euro, and I remember Dad, going and changing money at the bank, to get drachma, and like a small amount of Australian dollars, like a couple of grand or something like that. You wouldn't have enough pockets to put the cash in, when it came to the exchange rate.
Yeah.
And a family of 4 could live for like 3 months on on this amount of money. Not like that anymore, is it?
Yeah, definitely. No, look, it isn't. It has changed. I guess the whole planet's like that now. It's expensive everywhere.
Europe in general is expensive, and that's, let's call a spade a spade. Greece is part of Europe.
Exactly.
But it is one of the most sought after destinations in Europe now.
Definitely. Look, numbers increase every year. They're breaking records every year. But that's why I like going to the village, Peloponneso and all these other areas. So I'm going to get off the beaten track, when I get to Crete and all these places. But, so I feel some of the Greeks have changed, but not in a bad way. The ones in the touristy areas, they've lost that philotimo thing. But you don't blame them. They're dealing with tourists all the time. They're not really dealing with, people trying to rip them off. I don't know. Look, when I go to these tourist areas and there's tourist people, the people are a little bit different. But if you have a chat to them, you can see the philotimo kicks in, because they're overworked, they're overtired. Yep. But that's why if you go to the village, you get out of the tourist areas. For me, that's the real Greece.
Yeah.
And the trip we're going to in July, there's going to be, I think, 3 of us that have never been to Greece.
Yeah, wow.
So I'm a little bit disappointed that they're not going to get to see the real Greece or the real Greeks, the philotimo, the vieniko, they'll invite you to someone's house. We're not going to see that in Mykonos, I don't think.
You definitely won't see it there.
Yeah.
You may see it in Crete, though.
especially if you find
Well, Hanya's so
wedding.
Hanya's so touristy now, apparently. But you're right. If we get off the beaten track, we could hopefully.
Fuck, you're going to drink a lot of tipuro over there, mate, and stick with ya.
We will. Yeah, we will. Yeah, look, that's part of it. But yeah, we're going to have to get off the beaten track. But look, tourists, as you know, when you go back to your Lagunes village, and I think I've talked about the town we went to up the top there, and it just felt so communal. I'd only been in that town, for 24 hours? I feel like I was at home.
And everyone knew you instantly.
Yeah. It was, I don't know, can you get that anywhere else?
I couldn't tell you. I can tell you that you get it there. But mate, you became a minor celebrity there for the period you were there.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't do enough for you.
Yeah.
They just turned up.
Yeah.
Yassas. Nikos in Australia. Oh, Australia.
Yeah. Love it.
Or maybe because it was you. Everyone knew you. It was your mate.
I'll tell you what though, like you see people come through there and people are genuinely very helpful. Like they'll say, "Oh, come to my place for lunch," sort of thing. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
In the coffee shop.
But that's a village mentality. I don't think you're going to get that in Mykonos or touristy places.
I'd hate. Yeah, look.
But they might. I don't know. We might get surprised.
I'd like to think that they would. I reckon if they found out that you were Greek, you'd probably. That would sort of start to bubble to the surface.
Yeah.
I reckon.
So I've got a few Anglo-Australian mates here. And I said, what do you like about Greece? And they've all said it's the people.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Hard to argue with that, mate.
Yeah.
We're good people.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, well, I've got a bit of hope. Hopefully the boys I'm going to do a tour with are going to get a really good experience.
Yeah.
But Greece, that's how me and you know it.
Yeah.
We call it therapy. That's why we go back.
That's true. We should talk about that again because we have mentioned this before. Going to Greece is therapy. I haven't been for the last 2.5, 3 years or whatever the hell it is now. Man, I need it now.
Yeah.
I definitely need it, and
insecurity, stress, all that goes away.
Budapest.
Yeah.
All of that, nothing.
Yeah. Anxiety. Scorpidia goes away. As soon as you land, all goes.
That's it.
Better than a psychologist.
Yeah, 100%. Mate, psychologists should be prescribing Greece as a remedy.
Yeah.
100%. How can you go wrong? The water's amazing. The food is all organic and amazing. Mate, I'm looking forward to that first bite of domata.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever for us. We've said it so many times.
Yeah.
The tomatoes are amazing.
Yeah.
Mate, it is just, that is like,
yeah.
I can't wait. It's one of those small pleasures, isn't it?
Yeah, look, and the other thing as well, I think you sort of touched on it. I used to love going to a village because every village has a square.
Yeah.
And every square has a
village.
Has a cafe and has a football.
Yeah.
So if you go to a village, there's going to be a square somewhere. Get in there and it's going to be guaranteed old blokes smoking. Yep. It's going to be a fresh football.
100%.
What's it called? Yeah, you're going to have the spanakopita, tiropita. What's the other one? The leek pie.
Oh,
prasa?
Prasopita. That's right. Yeah.
That's my new favourite one now.
I love that. I've always loved it.
Oh, it's the brilliant. Best. And in the mornings, it's fresh. That's my breakfast. And a Freddo espresso.
Yeah.
That's what I can't wait, actually.
Yeah.
That's when I know I'm in Greece. On my own, I'm going to sit back and then just people watch.
How many a day? Freddos?
I try and limit to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try and limit to 2. Yeah. I could drink a lot more, but I'm trying to be health conscious here.
Yeah.
So 1 in the morning, bang, wake me up. Maybe another mid-morning one. And then I'll get on with probably beers and Tsikodia and Cipro after that.
Okay, I'm going to say something very controversial here, and people are going to either agree with me moderately or fucking hate me for it, right? I'm not a fan of the coffee in Greece. Okay. I'm not. There, I said it. It's not strong enough. Like every time I'm not talking about, okay, no. Let's talk, okay, let's break this down.
Hang on, what coffee do you have here?
Here, strong flat white.
And is that stronger than the Freddos?
The coffee here, yes.
Really?
The Freddos. See, here's the thing. When we talk about strength, what are we talking about? Because if we're talking about bitterness, and you're talking about that, the Freddo's got it all the time, right? But if I have a strong flat white in Greece, all I taste is milk. It's crazy. It varies very little from roast to roast. Okay.
Well,
But on average, I'm not impressed. And I'm not impressed with the coffee over there. Here, this is a vote for Australian coffee, right?
of course, yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, no, look, I hear you, because you got to talk like for like. So if you're having a flat white in Greece, yeah, I'll probably agree with you. You can't compare it to here. We've got better coffee here. But in Greece, I'd never have a flat white. For me, it's espresso, Freddo espresso, and that's it.
But see, the only reason why I would have the flat white over there is because I'm going in winter. Like, I would never have the flat white in summer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's not happening, but yeah, the Freddo, the Freddo's its own thing. You know what I mean? But it's always, people equate the strength to the bitterness. It's not necessarily the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
everyone's got their own opinion on the, on their coffee, but we have to say that coffee in Australia is pretty fucking special.
Yeah.
It really is. And even Greeks who come out here now have finally started saying, actually, yeah, it is pretty damn good.
Yeah, because we've got a coffee shop in every corner.
Yeah. I had a cousin tell me probably about 8 years ago that they had heard, the coffee in Australia is shit. Like, you should probably
He heard. Yeah.
She.
She heard.
Yeah. I'm like, you should probably come first.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you, have you got a Greek passport yet?
I have not got a Greek passport yet. I
Okay.
travel on the Australian one.
Okay, because I travelled on my Greek passport last year for the first time. And there's positives and negatives to that. So positive is when you land in Greece, so you got to depart on your Australian passport, and I arrived on my Greek one. So it's okay. So Australia only cares what you depart and what you enter in. So that's fine. So depart, I'm an Australian. I was out. As soon as I landed in Greece, I thought I'll use my Greek one. And I got out of there so quick.
So hang on a second. So you left here with your Australian passport.
Correct.
And when you went to the airport.
When I entered in Greece,
Yep.
when I landed and entered in Greece, I used my Greek one to enter Greece.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
You are, yeah.
So technically you never landed.
No, I have. The Australian government only cares what you leave on and what you enter in. They don't care where you're going and where you're landing. Or they do care where you're going, but they don't care what passport you use to enter another country.
Okay. I thought that was the whole point of it. Okay.
Yeah, no. So they don't care if you land with a here you go passport in Greece. They only care about what you're leaving on.
Right.
So, which is fine, which is normal.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you get your international movement record, which is what you need to get a Greek passport, they only care about what passport you leave Australia and what passport you enter Australia.
See, I thought that you would leave Australia and you would have to enter that that next country and have your passport stamped or swiped or whatever the hell it is because you needed to land somewhere.
No, Australian immigration don't care.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And then when you land, yeah, easy. I landed with a Greek one. They didn't care that I left with an Australian one.
Okay.
So their systems, so basically they want to know who's going in and out of their country. So
I want to check this one.
yeah, check it.
I
I could tell you it's a live example because that's how I left, and I entered in Greece with the Greek passport. And the beauty was I didn't talk to anyone. Went straight through a machine, scanned my passport, doors opened. I was out collecting luggage in no time. I got out of there so quick. I was blown away by how quick it is.
Interesting. Okay.
However, I did have an issue when I was leaving Greece.
Okay.
So the issue was, I thought, which passport do I use? I said, I'm going to have to use my Greek one because I entered in my Greek one.
Yes.
Went to use my Greek one, check into a flight to Australia.
Yes.
It rejected me. They said Greeks need a visa to get to Australia. So I said, okay. So well, here's my Australian one. They swiped it. Yes, it worked. This passport is allowed to enter Australia. This is all they cared of. Great. Got my boarding pass. Went through the immigration bit. Scanned your boarding pass. Doors didn't open. So I had to go to this secondary passport control area. So they shipped me around the side, which was good because there was no queue there. So I went in straight through, and she looked at me. She goes, "Did you come in on your Greek passport?" She knew straight away.
Yep.
Okay, yep. She goes, "Just give me your Greek passport." She fucking did something, tap, 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 swipe. She goes, "Okay, yep, just go through that way." It was actually a shortcut to get through immigration.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, so in a way it helped.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I've learned something today. And look, I've let's use ChatGPT, right? So I've looked it up here, and it turns out ChatGPT. You're right. So the question: can you leave Australia with an Australian passport and enter Greece with a Greek passport? Yes. If you're both an Australian and Greek citizen, the usual and recommended approach is leave Australia using your Australian passport. Show your Greek passport when entering Greece. When leaving Greece, use your Greek passport. When returning to Australia, use your Australian passport. Now, obviously, the
catch is
what you just said.
Yeah, they won't allow you to. So technically, yes, what they're saying is right. But when you try and check in and get a boarding pass, swiping the Greek passport won't work. So you got to use the Aussie one.
Yep.
However, leaving immigration. So Greece is saying there's an Australian passport holder leaving Greece. We don't have record of you entering.
Yep.
Is what they're saying.
See, this is what I was alluding to before.
Yeah.
So, okay,
but that's in and out of Greece.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
very interesting. We learned something today.
Yeah, we did.
Love it.
Have you got an taftotita?
Taftotita? No, I
Greek
don't.
ID card? Okay.
No, I don't. And those have changed recently.
Yeah. Well, my question to that is, do you really need it?
Well,
Because I've got one. I haven't really used it.
that's your ID over there, effectively.
But so is a passport.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know what they use it for differently over there. The taftotita used to be able to travel everywhere with the taftotita.
I think you can use it to go through EU countries.
You can now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you still can now. But yeah, like that was like your main identity document. You know, so I don't know whether you actually need one or not. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll find yourself in a difficult spot one day,
And I will need it.
and you'll definitely need it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I got it.
Yep.
I thought I'll get it. I don't know how I'm going to use it, but if I got the opportunity to get it, I'll get it, which I have. So I got both now.
Yeah.
So I guess when you travel in Greece and they ask for ID, you can just show that.
Yes.
It's probably easier to carry than in a passport. Mm-hmm. But apart from that, I don't know what the benefit is. But now it's digitalised, I heard. You've got to get an electronic version.
I think there is an electronic version of it as well. But yeah, they used to be. I don't know if you ever had this version of it, but it's basically just a piece of paper that they've laminated. You know, and there was a passport photo on it in black and white.
Yeah.
Originally, that was your taftotita. I mean,
Yeah.
very easy to fucking forge something like that.
Yeah.
Now it actually is like a driver's license card.
Yeah.
Like the way, you know, that we have them here. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I've got a mate that's got a Greek passport. He wants to get one.
A taftotita.
Yeah.
It ain't easy.
Yeah. Well, that he reckons he needs to go back to his village
Yes.
to get it.
Yep.
But I believe you have a different story for us. But we can't say it on air.
I
Okay,
can't
'cause-
tell this story because I didn't live it firsthand. But
Okay.
you know, our good friend George, mutual friend George, went through an entire saga. And funnily enough, the only thing that I will say about this story,
Like the way I say, you say George, because
Yeah.
a million Georges.
I know it could be anyone.
Yeah.
What I will say though is that he got support from the most unlikely of places to help get this taftotita going, right? He was at a very well-known souvlaki place in the middle of Athens having lunch with the kids, and he mentioned to the guy there, I'm not going to say which souvlaki shop it is, otherwise they'll open an immigration thing there, but he mentioned to the guy that he was trying to get his taftotita and that he was having problems for XYZ reason, whatever the case is. And he goes, oh, my cousin works in the office that, you know, does all that sort of shit. Anyway, he said, oh, come tomorrow morning and I'll take you there. And he did. He took her and she sorted it out. Anyway, there was a bit of a thing, you know, that needed to happen.
What, fuck you lucky?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
There was a whole other procedure that needed to happen, and he was actually issued his taftotita in Kerkira
And he's not from there.
from Baliokastrica.
Ah, okay.
So when you look at his taftotita, it actually says, you know, from Baliokastrica.
And he's not from there.
He's not from there, but he was issued his taftotita there.
Okay.
So he is forever Kerkireo.
There you go.
See?
You people, eh?
We'll have to get George on to talk about that story because fair dinkum, it is like...
But that's not the
Odyssey.
process, obviously.
No.
Not at all. Okay. So you got to go to the village or the town you're from. Because I got mine from Igoumenitsa.
And this is part of the problem because he was in Mytilene, right? And and that's, you know, that's where his dad's from and whatever.
Yep.
And he, you know, they said basically you need to get it from there. I can't because I'm leaving. I'm flying here, there and everywhere. He left Corfu he actually flew back in for the day to go and pick up his stuff.
Oh, wow.
And when he got there, the guy who issues them was on leave.
Oh,
So
right.
they said, "Oh, you're going to have to come back." And he's like, "I'm leaving now."
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
mate, unlock his office and get it for me.
Wow.
We're going to have to get George to come and tell the story because seriously, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Like there's so many twists and turns. He could write his own book, Fair Dinkum.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
unbelievable. Anyway,
Fantastic.
I digress.
There you go. Okay, well, that's it. So this year, I'm probably going to use the same sort of process.
Okay.
Enter my Greek passport. So leave Aussie, enter Greek, and then go through this secondary passport control, which is apparently is a shorter queue of getting through immigration. So
Okay, so what happened? Again, my OCD's kicking in now. So you need to get a visa to enter Australia then?
well, apparently Greeks do.
Yes. So did you need to get the visa in the end? Because
No,
you
So I
didn't.
entered with the Greek ones. I'm a Greek.
Okay.
I'm a Greek coming in and out.
No, I mean visa to get into Australia.
No,
On the
so
way back.
I came in with my Aussie.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's only what you so leaving Australian, coming in Australian is a tick.
Okay.
So that's all I want. And then Greece, I entered with a Greek, and I left with a Greek, but they had to do some sort of the systems couldn't manage it. The check-in systems couldn't manage it. That's
There
what
you
it
go.
was. So
Interesting.
yes. So how about you, mate? So Corfu, where else are you going to go?
Okay,
You got
well-
a plan yet?
We don't have a plan, and again, this is the beauty of having home base over there. You know, the whole thing is we just show up, drop our bags off, and it's like, where do we want to go? What do we want to do?
And I heard you bought a new asset recently.
We did. We have a car now. So. Mate, we were spending so much money on hiring cars the last few years. You know that we've been there. So you know this will help the situation. I think.
Yeah, definitely. No, good for you. So you're just going to stick around Corfu? We don't know yet.
Well, look, we need to spend the majority of time there, obviously, because family and whatnot. So, but yeah, look, we're talking about Crete. You know, there's been talk about what's it called, Ithaki, and
beautiful.
you know, all the islands on the Ionian side. So you know, we'll have a look. We'll, something's going to happen. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to the really simple things, though. You know, the big thing for me is going there and having a crema from Alexi in Corfu town.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to Alexi, guys, holy shit! I mean, Akis Petredzikis went and had a crema there and a galactoburico at the beginning of the year in one of his shows.
Yeah.
I've been going to that place since I was, you know, everyone grew up having cremes from Alexi, right? They used to feed it to you as a kid, you know, like the custards. There was
It's the best.
it's so fucking good.
I had 3 of them in one sitting, if you remember.
Yeah.
You see, which flavour do you want? Oh, fucking all of them. Couldn't pick.
So the normal vanilla custard is amazing, you know, with a shit ton of canela on top. The chocolate one is my favorite. That is just unbelievable. It's criminal how good this chocolate custard is.
Brilliant. Yep.
And then the thing that people go there for, and actually Aristotle Onassis used to get butter from that shop.
Oh, right.
He used to have it flown in.
Yeah.
So a plane would bring him butter virtually every day.
Well, it sits on top of the counter.
It does.
It's like a mountain. We're talking
Big
how would you
block.
describe it? Big blob of it.
Yep.
And then they just scoop a bit out, wrap it up, and then away you go.
Yep. And Voutiro Kerkiras is, you know, renowned as one of the best to cook with. So I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah,
So-
sure. Okay. Every Corfu person says that, huh?
No. Man, I'm not someone who has a lot of butter, but you know that stuff is really good stuff. You know, and Alexi, mate, if you're anywhere in the vicinity, go and grab a crema from there. I've got a story actually. I think it was in either 90 when we went in either 98 or 2000. We went over there, and it was me, my brother, my parents, a couple of cousins from Australia as well. We met with our cousins in Greece, and we all went shopping one day. Now, I don't know what it was like in your family, but when you all go shopping together, the mothers inevitably will, you know, sort of gang together, and you'll go into every single dress shop, every single shoe shop, and you're there for 6 hours, right? And the blokes are sitting around going, what the fuck have I done wrong in my life?
Yeah.
Why are we here? What's the meaning of this? I can't keep standing, and, saying, yeah, I like that dress, come and let's fucking get out of here, right? So we were in the middle of this, right? And all of a sudden we realized that my dad had disappeared, right? So where's dad? Where's dad? Where's dad? Like we're looking around. This is before, mobile, everyone had mobile phones and everything. So we're like, where the hell's he gone? Anyway, so we're walking down one of the main drags there, and you can see him at Alexi.
Okay.
From a distance, and he's got a stack of empty containers next to him.
Good on him.
And he's waving towards us, going, "Come here." Right?
Yeah.
Come hither. So we go over there, and he's like, "Oh, have a crema." It's like you've had about 12 of them, mate.
Good on him. It's the best way to pass the time, isn't it?
Yeah. He found a way to get through it.
Yeah. Good for him. Good for him. Look, it's getting exciting. I think we're both getting excited now. At least,
yes.
Sometimes it's more exciting planning the holiday.
Oh, definitely. Planning it and then being on that plane. It's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. So while you're there, it's always like, okay.
Oh, you complain about the heat.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. Oh, fuck. Putting toilet paper in a bin. All that shit comes up. That gets annoying, doesn't it?
It does. And, and the first time you use a toilet back here, you go to do the same thing again. It's like, oh, no, we can chuck it in here.
Yeah. Look, sometimes you go to toilets and you smell it. Oh, my God. It's disgusting.
Yeah, look, this is one of the downsides of, of Greece, one of the things that, we've spoken about before.
Yeah.
When you've got garbage in Greece, man, it's in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, again.
It's getting better. Like some hotels now, they're getting better at it. I think the more the buildings, the newer buildings, I guess, like Ellenikon now, if you've seen that, I'm sure they're not going to be putting toilet paper in bins there.
I reckon they will be.
You reckon?
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon.
Is it the infrastructure underneath the ground that's
the issue? It's not.
Okay.
It's not the. It's not what's in the houses. It's everything else. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
we shall see.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's coming along well. There's a bit of controversy around that. Some guy had an image of the Ellenikon Tower superseding the Parthenon.
Yeah, we had that in Greek News Global last week, didn't we?
That's where I heard it from.
Yes, that's where you heard it. Johnny Mangos told us so.
Yeah,
it must be true.
Exactly.
Yeah, look, I mean, it was a bit of an optical illusion, to be fair. I mean, because this guy was using a telephoto lens. It was probably like a 600 or 800 mil lens.
Yeah.
And basically, it means that you can almost put the Parthenon, so the Acropolis, and that development in the background
in one frame.
Well, in one frame, but it makes it look like the object further away is even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that. Like if you're there looking at it, it doesn't look anything like that. I will say though, I don't like the idea of there being a taller building than that in Athens. I don't think there's a place for high rises in Athens or anywhere in Greece to be fair, past a certain point.
So this will be taller than the Parthenon. Is that what we're saying?
I don't think it will be, but it is going to stick out like dog's balls, compared to everything else there. I mean, I don't know what the tallest building there is. What is it, like 10 stories or whatever it is? It's not that high.
Yeah.
It really is not high.
Yeah.
Like Athens is a flat city. It really is. You look at pictures of it, it's just, a sprawling village, at the end of the day. I don't think it would be nice to have skyscrapers in Athens.
Yeah.
Let's leave that to other cities.
Yeah, that's a good call out. If it's our call.
Well, sure. No, we've managed so many thousands of years without them. I don't think there's necessarily a place for it, but that Riviera there, Ellenikon, that might be the place where that sort of stuff happens. I don't know, but.
Well, that's what the purpose is, to compete with Dubai, Ellenikon. So, and the benefit is you can sit outside and have a coffee. Mm-hmm. You can't do that in Dubai.
No.
It's too hot. So even though it's beautiful and they got air conditions in bus shelters and everywhere else, But the Ellinikon is going to compete, I guess, with the Europeans. Instead of going to Dubai, they'll be coming to Athens.
Yes.
And and you can sit outside and have a coffee is their motto. As opposed to Dubai, it's too hot to do anything outside. So we'll see how we go. But
I'd be going to Greece anyway. I mean, I
Yeah.
like Dubai and the UAE in general, but really, like, you want to go to Greece, surely.
Yeah, I think so. Like we said, it's our therapy as well. Have that first Freddo, the first spanakopita out of the bakery.
Yep.
Mate, that's it. You're done.
I tell you, the thing that I'm disappointed about by not flying into Athens is I'm not going to get that moment where you come out of the plane and number one, you smell the airport.
Yeah.
Athens airport has a very specific smell,
Yeah.
right? That coupled with having that first Freddo and a spanakopita or tiropita or whatever from Veneti
Yeah.
or the Grigorius or whatever it is,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
And what
Just
about
sitting out
the
there.
cabbie?
The cabbie?
Right, that's an experience too.
It is.
His gomboloi,
Yep.
his cigarette, his espresso coffee cup. Mate, I think that's part of it too.
Holding all of them at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus the steering wheel.
Exactly. Looking back, talking to you, not dry.
Yep.
Car's moving forward, he's looking back.
Up a buise, like,
Yeah. No, look, it's I go every year now, as you know, but
Yep.
it's the same exciting feeling going back again. So, but the beauty is I'm going to see it through other people's eyes again. So,
well, you've got a bit of a responsibility here now because they've attached themselves to you. You've got to show them a good time. You've got to show them, the best that there is. So are you going to be trying to deter them from doing shit that they shouldn't be doing? As in like, oh, let's not go there because that's too touristy or whatever?
look, I'm going to encourage them to go grab a alcoholic beverage from a periptero and walk down the street because you can't do that here. I felt nervous
Small
doing
wins.
it. I felt nervous doing it.
Yeah.
Going to a periptero, buying a beer,
Yeah. A long neck.
cracking open and walk down the street holding a beer.
Yeah.
Like that's unheard of here. You can't do that.
I know.
So something like that, for me, that's freedom. I go, shit, how good is that?
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll be doing things like that. As you know, City's got a lot of he's got a lot of rooftop bars.
Yes.
So we're going to go there.
Beautiful.
But I know a few people in Athens as well. So they're going to obviously take us here, take us there, tell us to go here. Oh, and we got invited to a birthday party too.
Oh, yeah.
Our mate, Proxino, George, and his partner.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, said she's got a birthday party there.
Fantastic.
That we will, and Bussies is going to sing apparently.
Well, there you go.
So we'll see what happens. But we're going to get there late at night. So
Yes.
that'll be the first start. But yeah, 3 nights and then, straight to Crete. But do you actually go swimming when you go to Athens? Do you hit the Riviera?
Well, the only time that I've been swimming in, let's in inverted commas, Athens was actually just outside in Sunyo.
Okay.
So Sunyo is beautiful. Like that was during I think they said during the 60s and 70s in particular, that was like the place to be.
Yeah.
So I had a cousin who had bought like an apartment or villa or whatever the hell you want to call it that used to be like a hotel. Mm-hmm. So people have bought these out now, and that's like their weekend home. So they leave Athens, in the summer, on the weekends, go and stay there and swim in Sunyo. Beautiful, absolutely stunning.
Okay.
That's the only time.
Yeah.
Never been swimming anywhere else in Athens.
Okay. Look, we're there for 3 nights. I'm probably going to need water somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's going to be stinking hot.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know. What are we doing? And the accommodation was so cheap. We know why. Because no one stays in Athens in August, do
No,
they?
they don't. Everyone's on the islands.
Yeah.
Athenians don't stay in Athens.
Yeah.
It's all tourists.
Well, in Paros, so the couple of the people that we're with want to go to, I think it's called Barbarossa. It's a restaurant where they wave the white handkerchief in the air. I think Tom Hanks went there. Like it's famous. I'm sure you would have seen clips on Instagram. And we were going to book it for the Benavgo store, and they were going to hit us up for €120 each.
Right.
Yeah. So, but a few of the locals we've spoken to now through online said, no, don't go there. There's going to be a Greek festival. There's going to be festivals all through the street, so we don't need to do that. But we still might end up going there.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It is going to be an interesting trip, mate. And my diet, we've already said, is going to be sardines and salad for the first week. I love the sardines.
Mate, the sardines are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And then Crete, we shift to the duck or salad and sardines.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mate, you're going to come back with a glow about you.
Yeah, I think so. I can't wait, mate.
Mate, if you can find fried sardeles, barbuña, or
Barbuña. It's a good word.
It's great. Barbuña or bacalhau.
Okay.
Amazing.
That's the batter.
That's cod. That's cod.
Oh, cod. Is it?
Yeah.
What's barbuña? Is that like
It's a little red fish.
Yeah, what's the English name for that?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's look it up because it's one of my favorite fish. Red mullet.
Oh, it's a mullet.
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
It's
All right.
beautiful.
That's their national fish.
So, mate, all you got to do, flour that up, stick that in oil, have a horiatiki with you, maybe a few chips,
Yeah.
just to say that you've had a few, bit of feta. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And a beer.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff, mate. Look, it's going to be good. So we've covered off packing, getting there.
Yep. What we're going to do there.
What we're going to do there, what we're going to eat there. And then the depression will kick in when we come back.
Yeah. Do we have to talk about coming back?
No, but I know so many people that are going there and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So there's going to be half of Sydney there or the Brighton community at least.
Look, this year, so many people are going over there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you think about all of the headwinds that Greece has had in terms of travel or tourism from Australia this year because of the Iran war and what's happening. It really hasn't affected very much. And, they're saying that themselves. I mean, they acknowledged, the tourism minister, Olga Kefalogianni, acknowledged a few weeks ago that the biggest threat is petrol prices. And so avfuel and whatnot. So far, we're okay, but the big thing that she spoke about was the need for Greece in general to sort of reshift to not being just a summer destination. She said, we are not just a summer destination. We are an all-year-round destination. And she's not wrong because I don't know if you've been to Greece in winter, Nick, but
no, never.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, I would highly recommend going there during the winter months. It's a ski destination, right? You go to places like Metsovo and Arachova and even Yanina.
And Kalavrita. Someone said there's a ski field there.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is, it's not a good thing, but because the war's on, less people are going to Dubai, less people are going to Turkey, and they're all congregating into Greece. They see Greece as a safe haven as well. So
let's keep it that way.
Yeah, definitely. So we are ready to go. So if anyone is out there and sees me or Tom, come up and say hello.
Join Nick's group.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Yep.
Come and say hello.
It's going to be like European vacation.
100%. So we're there for all of August. So Deka Bedavousto from I think 11 to 16 will be in Paros. 3 days before that will be in Mykonos. 5 days in Hania. So come and say hello. But don't just say hi. Just tell me where you're from because I'm probably going to freak out and think, fuck, where have I met you before? And I forgot your name. So, and do the same to Tom. Go to Corfu and you're going to see Tom.
Yeah, you'll see me somewhere.
Chasing his kids.
Buy Nick a beer while you're there. If you see him, buy him a drink.
Cipro.
Let's see how drunk you can get him.
Yeah, no, I've got to behave. Right. No, it's going to be good.
Yeah, it will be good. So, look, we've got a few more episodes before we start going over there. We're going to be like ships in the night. I'm going to be going first. Nick's going afterwards. We've got episodes in the can ready to go. So there might be a few weeks where we don't have a regular release, but there are episodes coming out during this period, guys. So stay tuned. Ouzo Talk. And
it's a good way you explain that because you think, how the hell are they going to record? But we've got artists, we've got comedians, we've got a few.
We've got all sorts of things.
Really good episodes coming up.
Absolutely.
Great comedians too.
Ouzo Talk does not sleep.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, guys, that's your guide for going to Greece this year. That's what we're doing. We hope to see you over there at some point. As Nick said, say hello if you see us around. Let's have a drink together somewhere over there. We say it here all the time. Let's have a drink. Let's do it over there.
Definitely, 100%, 100%.
Good stuff. Okay, guys. Well, ouzotalk@outlook.com is the email. Follow us on social media at Ouzo Talk and at Ouzo_talk on Instagram, also on YouTube. Nika Thanasiou, thank you very much.
Thank you, Vre. See you later. Γεια σας.
Ouzo Talk is produced, written and presented by Tom Skolarikas and Nika Thanasiou. Our theme music is written and played by Peter Apostolidis, with additional music from George Kalapidis and Bouzouki legend Thanasis Polikadriotis.
Ακολουθήστε μας στο Soundees, στο Spotify, στο Apple Podcasts και στο Google Podcasts.